Is this right? This feels right, right? Is everything on? It all feels a bit awkward, all a bit strange, all a bit alien to me. I've not done this in a while. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's stream. It's me, Matt. I'm back. After a brief hiatus, we're back streaming, everybody. Yeah, welcome. Give yourself a shout out in chat, just so I know that you're here and I'm not just talking to myself. We've already got Chip and Gunnar the Panda, Chiming Bells. That's a new name. I don't recognise that name. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're all doing well. Yeah, apologies for the radio silence for the last few weeks. It's just a combination of bad luck. I think I got poorly one day and I've been on holiday. Here's a fun story for what I did. I was in Disneyland in Paris. Hey, Somnolence. There's someone in YouTube using a language I don't recognize, so I'm not going to try and pronounce that, but hello. The avatar looks like an owl wearing a top hat. So shout out to everybody in chat. How you all doing? Hey, Somnolence. So yeah, I was in Disneyland Paris. I had a great time. Genuinely had a great time. I think it's actually really cool. Unironically, really, really fun. So yeah, we did that. It was very hot and it was a good time. And yeah. Paris is great. I love Paris. Paris is really cool. We were there for we were there at the time that the Olympics were there, but we didn't see any of the events. But it was just very, very hot. And yeah, it was cool though. So yeah. So apologies for being away for the last few weeks, but we're back. I was in Paris, Gunnar the Panda. That was me, this guy. Yeah. So, and also, what do I say this? Well, we're also going to be off next week as well. Because I am on holiday again. It's the summer holidays. I have a daughter. This is going to happen every summer. So, okay, right. Moving on. Let's talk about what has happened in the last 3 weeks. Have I missed a joke? I feel like I've missed a joke. I'm sorry if I missed the joke. So what's happened since I've been away? Honestly, nothing. I feel like I feel like I've what's the word? Nothing major to report from our side. There's just been business as usual. Things have been ticking on. Someone on Twitch, Haxie, says, "What? Your daughter wants to do fun stuff during the summer holidays? Shocking." I know, right? Yeah, no, it's all fun. It genuinely is fun. I'm having a great summer. It's really nice. How is everyone else's summer? If you're in this part of the world, if you're not in this part of the world, it may not be summer. It may wait. Here's the thing. I thought of this the other day. If you're in the southern hemisphere, where it is currently not summer, it'd be winter. Do you are there any Australians or Kiwis in the chat? That's really what I'm asking, or anyone that can understand. Warm. What am I trying to say? Oh, yeah, everyone's warm. It's very warm these days. We had the hottest day of the year on the weekend. That was unbearable. But yeah, if you're in Australia, do you call this time of year winter or is it summer? But it's just still cold. Let me know. Anyone let me know. I could definitely Google this, but I don't want to Google it because I have a whole chat at my beck and call. Anyway, sorry, I'm digressing. Oh, nice. Chiming Bell says they visited Italy this summer. It was nice. I've heard so a friend of my family went to, currently in Rome, and they just say, even in Rome, Rome is just unbearable. There are still some concourse submissions. You are absolutely right. So there's a couple of things that we need to get over. Due to sickness and holidays, the streaming schedule has been shifted around a little bit. So we were meant to do the remaining Comcore as well as the TerraTech Olympic. No, I can't call it the Olympics. I'm not allowed to. Someone at the Olympics might throw a javelin at me. The TerraTech Summer Games, which we're running on our Discord server, they were meant to happen sooner, but obviously, as I've been off, haven't happened yet. But we will come back to those, I promise. Today's stream, we're going to be looking at. So there's no news. Let's just forget the news section. We've done that. We'll move on to the next part of the stream, which is looking at we're talking about what we'll be doing on today's stream, which is we're going to be looking at some new stuff. Some of the new stuff that's coming to TerraTech in the next update, as well as some stuff that isn't coming in the next update, but we still want to show everybody, so we're going to do that anyway. Yeah, so Haxie says that throwing javelins at people is a common lawyer tactic, I've heard. I've heard that as well, yeah, that's... that is a thing that happens. Javelins and the book. They throw the book at you, right? That's a... Just gonna check the air temperature. Yeah, that joke was hot. That was a hot joke that I just made. Hello, Errol. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, yes, the book is a common projectile. They've got a book launcher. Oh, I'm trying really hard not to make too many bad jokes now. Somnolence. Can't say the only world the Olympics world, they might hire a certain Turkish competitor. Let's just talk about that briefly. That was the highlight of my I can say, yeah, that was my highlight of the Olympics, was the Turkish gun shooter person that was just easily the coolest dude there. Like, not even close. All these people that can do run 100 meters in under 10 seconds. You know, that's cool, but can you stand there in a t-shirt and jeans with your hand in your pocket with no and just shoot a target and come second? I love the theory of that. That's the conspiracy theory. he's a hitman, and that they told him to sort of dial it down a bit. Like, don't come first. Like, try, but don't really try. Like, you know, otherwise you might give yourself too much of a high profile. Yeah, definitely the winner of the entire Olympics. 100% chiming bell. I love that dude. That was amazing. Anyway, so yeah, today we're going to be looking at some of the stuff that's coming to TerraTech in the next update, as well as some stuff that isn't coming, but we still want to showcase anyway. So yeah, we'll be doing that. Cool. I guess without further ado, should we just get into it? Because, well, why not? So the stuff that I'm going to show is coming in the next unstable. Errol, good question. When is... Oh, it's almost like we've planned this. When is the next... when is said update releasing? So we're going to release an unstable, hopefully tomorrow, depending on if the stars can align. But if not, it'll be Friday at the latest. Fingers crossed. And then the unstable will be there, so you can try stuff out, bearing in mind it's the unstable version. And then we'll have a few weeks of what we call in the biz hardening, which is where we find bugs and we fix them, basically. And then once that's all done, we can release the update 1.62, I think, is the next update. So yeah, so it shouldn't be too long. Haxie says, yes, legally with a trademark. When we're referring to the actual Olympics, you can call it the Olympics, but we're referring to something that is not made by Team GB or whoever the local trademark holder is. You can't call it TerraTech Olympics, etc. Yeah, thanks for that. That's genuinely actually quite useful. So now we know. So that's why we've called it the TerraTech Summer Games. But we'll I'll talk more about the TerraTech Summer Games later. Today, let's just get into looking at some new stuff. So with the unstable basically ready to go, there's just a few sort of final minor check boxes to check off on the Steam side of things, but things like the patch notes and stuff already written up, so I'm basically going to read through what are in the patch notes. These aren't public facing yet because they're still very much subject to change, but not that subject to change. Actually, I made that sound like the whole update is going to change. They're not. What's in the patch notes is pretty much solidified, but we can't publish them just because they're not ready. The update's not out. But I'll read out what is in them, and then we can showcase what we're going to showcase. We can showcase what is in there. So first up, we've got some quality of life improvements. There's some design tweaks, some block adjustments, and then some R&D only stuff. So some kind of not interesting quality of life stuff that won't be that interesting to show on the stream. Things like wheel colliders. I'll read this off actually. Wheel colliders now count as part of the parent block. This helps the circuits and systems proximity sensor see them. So a bit of a quality of life changed for wheel colliders. That's quite useful. Conveyors. This is quite interesting. So conveyors now show a preview when being placed, so you can see the direction that they're going to be pointing. Visually, conveyors now visually connect to a neighbor crafting input-output. That's very useful. And the alternating conveyor now has a circuits and systems control, which flags where the flags dictate the output. So some cool changes for conveyors. We've improved the handling of mod loading on startup, so mods should now load better. And also, all mods now load on startup instead of just the 50 most recent. So if you've got more than 50 mods, if you're subscribed to more than 50 mods on the Steam Workshop, all your mods will now load. It won't cut off anything after 50. But honestly, if you're subscribed to more than 50 mods, that's a lot. Please let me know if you're doing that. I want to know if you're actually one of the one people that actually has more than 50 mods. And then there's some final block adjustments and then some R&D stuff. So those are the kind of the minor tweaks I've just talked about. Some of the fun stuff we're going to showcase now. All the other design tweaks, so we've got Space Junkers can now be unlocked in co-op campaign. That's kind of cool. We've added some new blocks to Sumo and Gauntlet, so that's had a bit of a refresh. The Sumo and Gauntlet game modes. Charming Bell says that head over to the Steam Workshop. We have a mods section on our Steam Workshop. Matt, what have I missed? Ingus, not a lot, honestly. I'm literally, the last 10 minutes have just been absolute preamble from me. I'm just at the minute going through what will be in the next Unstable, which hopefully will be out in the next day or so. Torkar says, sadly, I don't use any mods for this game. Not really any mods that look to be needed. Interesting. I mean, look, mods aren't for everyone. Totally get that. You might want to. There is some cool stuff there. Things like a water mod that isn't quite water, but it kind of replicates or tries to do more water in TerraTech. Here's some full fun stuff. Let's just take a look. Let's just go into the game. So, well, firstly, let's take a look at these guys. So, those that have seen the actually. Let me what can I do? Let's do this. Yeah, we need, don't look at this. This is top secret information that you're seeing right here. We need probably another one of, where is it? Where are you? I'm looking for the Space Junkers VTOL, but it's not called the VTOL. It's called the... Where are you? There, the Booster V80. So I'll get 2 of those, and I'll get 2 of the hover. There it is. So I should now be able to build... And also there's some wings as well. So wing left, wing middle, and wing right. I'll put another wing middle out just because I might need another one. So let's build. So these are some of the new flight blocks for Space Junkers. These won't be coming in the next update. These are just stuff that I promised to show before, but didn't get around to because they weren't available. But I thought I'd showcase them now just because I don't like breaking a promise. So yeah, let's showcase this. Oh no, these hovers are working. Don't work. And then you can go there as well. Now, as with all this stuff that we show, this is still work in progress. So please don't get too excited by stuff that you're seeing because it's still very much subject to change. All right, first up, let's just build a very, very, very quick rudimentary hover. Oops. To showcase how these things work. These might be my new favorite blocks. They look amazing. Have I got them the right way up? Probably not. I think I do. These are awesome. So these are just, oh no. Whoa. So these are, well, they're Space Junkers hovers, right? So basically all these flight blocks, look at the animation, look at it all. Up. Probably need a couple more on here. Let me just pull those up. 1, 2. Gosh. Bit more stability for this thing. Here we go. Beautiful. So you can see how they work. They just work like any other hover, and they're really cool and fun, and we like them very much. The detail on the on these axes that sort of shift and tilt when you move, very fun. Yeah, so there's some hovers. That's cool. You see in the wings. There's no point in me showing the wings too much because they are just wings. We all know how wings work. In the way, I guess we all know how hovers work, but there were some cool animations with that. This is, I think, is what everyone's here to see. Now, full disclosure, I haven't used this block yet. This will be my first time playing with it. Maybe I should learn to play with it a bit more before I showcase things on stream. But this is the what do we call it? It's not got a name yet. It's not even got a block description. But this is the vertical takeoff and lift-off block. Which gives you vertical takeoff and lift-off. It's angled vectored thrust. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, someone did ask earlier. Oh, hey Tetros, welcome to the stream. Pirate, welcome. So a VTOL thruster, yeah, it's a VTOL thruster talker. That's exactly what it is. Someone did ask earlier in chat, what's happening with the console update. Again, that's still plodding on. We're getting ever closer to be able to be getting that released. Okay, right. So okay, fine. Right, here we go. I figured it out, guys. So this is the VTOL. So it acts like a booster that you can angle. So I'm gonna hover here, and then I'm gonna angle it down, which is gonna point me up. Again, please bear in mind this is work in progress. Work in progress. That's the VTOL. It's a booster. It acts as a booster, thruster, booster, whatever you want to call it. Now, it could still change. But, yeah, I just wanted to showcase it. So, yeah, you've got... I'm just going to call it a VTOL. It's still... The name is still being worked on. But there's your VTOL. And there's your hover. Very, very cool. Very space junkery. I like that they've basically just refactored the Venture propellers. Basically awesome Venture parts. And the same with the VTOL as well. Yeah, really cool. Somnolence is dropping some knowledge. Short. Vertical takeoff and landing typically achieved through vectoring the thrust of the engines. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so there you go. Will there be Legion? Yeah. Yeah, there will. I think I'm allowed to say that. I don't think it's even been much of a secret. I think we've been quite open with it. When that's going to happen, not sure. I couldn't tell you. But we're pretty confident that the next corporation will probably be Legion. But we've still got a lot more stuff to do before then. A lot more stuff to do before we were able to impart Legion. Yeah, so watch this space. Right, let's get out of photo mode. Don't need to be in this anymore. There's your hovers and your VTOL. Let me know what you think. I think they're really cool. Well, I'm obviously going to say that because I'm paid to say that. But I know you guys are going to like it. So go where hopefully you'll get to play with these soon. And yeah. Cool. Right, so that's the stuff that isn't in the patch notes. So let's showcase some of the stuff that is in the patch notes. I'm gonna get rid of these because they're making it a bit awkward to drive. So let's chuck some actual wheels on here. I'm just gonna put these on because they're just amazing. I'm gonna do this. I'm going to swizz around. I'm going to open my inventory. I'm going to go into Space Junkers. I'm going to filter by weapons. And in here... it's not here. Is it in Reticle Research? I think it's this one. So this is a, well, let's say what it's called. This is the experimental flamethrower. Yeah, the Reticle Research Hellstream Conduit. This sets stuff on fire. So let's go and do that. Let's go to target practice. You've painted Adventure Flame orange. This, right, here's what I mean when I say stuff is very much work in progress. Okay. This is placeholder art. This is what we call placeholder art. So, yes, it's taken the model of the Adventure flamethrower, and we've just added the Reticle Research paint job or skin effect to it. Now, what's interesting about this block, apart from it being a reskin of Adventure block, is it actually does something really cool. So let's showcase it. So I'm going to hold spacebar. I'm going to get a bit closer. Stuff's on fire, yo. Let's look at it burning. Let's try again. Stuff's on fire. So the burning effect. Let's talk about the burning effect. It is a status effect. It's a damage over time status effect. So any MMO players out there, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's a dot, and it's it burns. It burns stuff. Stuff gets burned. Like a... Why won't you go in there? What are you doing? Yeah. That's it. That's the block. That's the stuff. Now, the functionality is there, but as you can see, the aesthetics are not. So this is the way the block will look at the minute, and this is why it's only in R&D. So it's very much, it's the olden days of how we used to do development on TerraTech. We would put really work in progress, really experimental stuff in the R&D labs before we released it to the main game. And that's what we've done here. This is a work in progress block, and it will be in R&D only for now because we want people to test it out. We want people to play with it and find issues with it. I can't see any at the minute. I think right now it's the perfect block. Somnolence is saying the console update is planned for soon. Yes. Sorry, did I miss another question about the console update? Sorry, yeah. Somnolence says they've clearly taken a CCTV camera and just added thermite. I'm pretty sure that's how they do it in the Navy. They just, yeah, and then just like take some magnesium or something and just sort of put a lighter to it and just throw it. Chip says, so is Reticle Research going to keep this block, or is this going to test the flame effect for non-existent? This feels to me, yeah, so good question. Is it going to stay in Reticle Research, or will it be graduated? We call it graduated. Will it be graduated to its own corporation? I feel like this is a perfect candidate for space junkers. Maybe a better future, but I just think space junkers are a bit more haphazard, and I like the idea that they can sort of set something on fire and then it just gets completely out of control, and before they know it, they've burnt down a whole forest. I think that'd be quite fun. Yeah, burn effect. So again, I think there's more work to be. Well, there's a lot more work to be done on this block from a visual standpoint. I think our artists are going to want to have a little go at making it look a bit more intriguing. But yeah, from a functionality standpoint, you now can burn stuff, and that's going to be really fun. Matt, isn't this coming to all the other flamers? Junkers already have a flamethrower. Ooh, it would make sense, wouldn't it? That would make sense. I would assume so. I don't know the answer to that, but it would make sense for that to be the case. Maybe if Taku, or maybe if Cassie is watching, she can poke Taku, who can answer that question. Cassie, if you're there, please let me know. Pirate, can we have some big ass cartoonishness drill, like a 5x5x5 block in size? We try not to go too cartoony, too big on blocks like that. We may add something silly from time to time, but the bigger the block, the harder it is to optimize. And I know PC players won't like me saying this, but we still have to launch the game on console, and consoles don't like things that are too big, unfortunately. So, and also, what really, when you really think about it, apart from the aesthetics, what actually does having a big block add to the game? I know things like Green Tech and all the modding corporations have got really big blocks, and that's awesome. And if you're into that, go to the workshop, play around with all the really crazy stuff. Yeah. So Pirate, it's funny. Do you know what? That's a completely valid answer to that question. It is fun and it's funny. However, and we do genuinely, here's the thing, we take that into account. When we're designing stuff, I am all for the goof. I am the goofball master in our planning meetings. I love goofy stuff. I think it's funny. The meme, just purely for the meme content alone, I love making TikToks of silly stuff. But when it comes to actually designing something, you need to think actually while fun and being a bit goofy is part of that kind of decision process. There are other factors that we have to consider when sort of designing this stuff. So unfortunately, But again, that's why mod support's there. That's why we've made mods, so you can go and make some mods or find some mods on the workshop that you find that fill that criteria. Chip says GSO needs more weapon variety in general. To be honest, not enough stuff besides cannons after grade 2. Fair point. I've looking back at the weapons tier list that we did. I know GSO weren't very well represented in that, but yeah. Right, let's take a look at some other experimental stuff. So here's a bit of news. Scrap piles are now in. Let's go take a look at the scrap piles. Scrap piles are now in R&D. I actually can probably show you some of the conveyor stuff while we're here as well. Let's do that. Let's go to the crafting zone. Yeah, we want to go to the crafting zone. Geocorp Heavy Flamer. Yeah. And here you go. So the scrap piles. You can now farm scrap piles in R&D. Yeah, scrap in R&D is a godsend. Hey, John, welcome back. Yeah, I genuinely hope that is useful. Well, I know it's useful to some extent, but I hope it's more useful than... Right, let's take a look at some conveyors. And as it happens, I might buy some. So let's pop a cab. Let's pop a cab that I can actually use, that actually works. So let's do a GSO cab so I can take a closer look. So let me read the patch notes one more time. So conveyors now show a preview when being placed. Oh, look at that sweet, sweet preview. That's new, isn't it? So you can see the conveyor preview. That's kind of useful. And I can build out from this. That's fun. Visually connect to neighbor crafting in /inputs/outputs. I don't actually know what that means. Visually connect to neighbor crafting inputs/outputs. Oh, hang on. No, I do know what that means. So let's pop a... Ooh. Let's pop this down here. Let's pop this down here. Let's swap over. Oh. There you go. There's your... Okay, there's your visual... There's your... Yeah, so it knows that this is an input, so it's going to visually show that the conveyor belt wants to go into there. And it knows that this is an output, so it's going to visualize that it's coming out. Chip makes a good point. Conveyor placement can be really tedious to figure out sometimes, so this is good to see. Yeah, good. Well, I'm glad that's useful. Genuinely glad that that's useful. Oh, tech placement. This is actually kind of cool. Tech placement direction is now shown and can be rotated. So let's load a tech. Let's load, I don't know, a good tech. Let's load this one. Let's deploy this. Oh, hey, an arrow. I like that. And I can... How do I turn it, though? Maybe I should have tested this before I tried it on stream. FG right mouse button. It's not right mouse button. F and G. It's not. Oh, it is F and G. Yeah. Okay. Fine. That makes sense. Sort of. It might make more sense to be A and D. Let me know what you think in chat. F and G, spin it. F and G. There you go. So I want my tech to be facing that way when I place it. And so it does. Usually that's what you use to turn things. Usually I'm using A and D to turn, actually, John. Actually. Sorry. That was a complete sarcastic attack. Sarcastic attack. Sarc attack. Nah. Right. There you go. Some cool quality of life changes for you there, guys and girls. Circuits and systems snapshots. Have also had this is another, sorry, I'm reading through the patch notes. Another quality of life improvement is the circuits and systems snapshot loading performance have had enhancements. So basically circuits and systems snapshots now load a bit better. Cool. Right. Let's take a look at the next work in progress R&D thing. Do you know what's just come to mind? What would be really good is a circuits and systems area in R&D with some examples. Can someone write this down? Someone send me a Google reminder. That needs to happen in R&D, doesn't it? There needs to be a circuits and systems section where you can see some cool examples. Maybe, hey, here's a good idea. If you've got ideas for text that you would like to see in the circuits and systems section of the R&D thing, I've just come up with this idea right now. This is community-driven development in action. If people want to showcase some of their circuits and systems stuff, I'm thinking maybe not as complicated and as laggy as like things like the Rubik's Cube, some lessons I'm looking at you, or the other stuff that you've been working on. But things like a basic display. John says, I will personally make PowerPoint about circuits and systems if I need to. Yeah, that'd be good. Cool. All right, let's take a look at the new circuits and systems block. Actually, I can just use it on this block. So it's in R&D. Sorry, it's in Radical Research. It's in R&D. It is. Well, actually, we'll come to the multiplexer in a minute. So there's a few more logic blocks. Actually, no, you know about the logic block. You know about the toggle, the latch, and the multiplexer. There's also a new modulo, this block here. I feel like these aren't new blocks, but I've had a go at making them look like blocks and not like a baby's drawn them with a crayon. Yes, alternating conveyors got CNS support for next update. Yes, they did. I'll show that in a minute. I want to show this first. So we have some new block controller blocks, tech controller blocks. I just don't know where they are. Where are you? Where are you? So we have a stopwatch. Wait, what blocks are they? No, it's not. It's a key binder block. Of course it is. So, I got confused then. So there are now two keybinder blocks. There is the basic keybinder, which is the one that we all know and we're all familiar with, which is the one that keybinds a single key, I think. Or a set, it's numbers. Sorry, it's numbers. This is the basic keybinder block. We all know this one. We're all familiar with it. We all love it. And then you have the advanced keybinder, which has more functionality and allows you to bind. Ignore this. Just ignore that. Isn't meant to be there. Just forget you saw this. I'm not currently playing on Xbox or with a controller. I'm going to keybind this block to K. So I can... Actually, I'm going to set this to... Yeah, let's set it to spacebar. Is it still set to spacebar? Fine. And a nice little touch. The keyboard. Oh. Okay, yeah. The what's this called? This has got a name. The character or the hieroglyph, not hieroglyph. The glyph. No, just glyph. That's the word I'm looking for. the glyph will change on top of the block as well. And that's really cool because that means you can now do what we like to call, well, not what we like to call it, it's a thing, weapon grouping. So as a very basic example of what that could look like, I'm going to group some blocks. Oh. Sorry, bear with me. So we have B, and I'm going to add a red wire going into the back of, going under this. All right, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Ah! Right, bear with. Let's get this pointing the right way. That's where we want it to go. Where's my wire gone? There he is. And I can pop the weapon back on. So now, as a very... Oh, that's funny. I just hit B to come out build beam. Hey, Lady Malashan, welcome to the stream. So now we've got blocks, the weapons that fire on spacebar. So that's me holding spacebar. And then if I want, I can bind it to... Maybe B isn't the best choice, actually, thinking about it. Maybe we'll bind it to K. So I'm firing this group, this weapon group that isn't bound to any keybind with spacebar. And then, oh no, I need to change it up. Let's go to K. So I'm going to press K, and as you can see, when I hold K, it sends an input signal, or sorry, a circuits and system signal out, which is going to the weapon, which is firing on that. And then I can hold them both down, and we can fire them all at the same time. That's it. That's the keybinder block. Again, we're all familiar with the basic keybinder, which gives you a set number of blocks, literally numbers, that you can bind. That's the basic keybinder block. The advanced keybinder block works like how you would keybind or re-keybind or rebind your keys on a more complicated game like, I don't know, an MMORPG or something like that, where you've got a lot of buttons to press and you want to sort of move them around a bit. So yeah, that's it. That's a use case for it. So yeah, keybinder blocks. Cool. What time is it? Oh, 37 minutes past. Is there anything else I can show you? So you've seen the modulo stuff. You've seen the multiplexer, the latcher, the keybinder. You've seen the scrap piles. You've seen the flamethrower. I told you about Space Junkers in co-op. I think that's everything. Any new Space Junker stuff? So we've already showcased. Matt, I do understand circuit blocks, Chip. I do, I promise. Any new... Actually, let's do the modulo block. Yeah, that's it, Chip. I'm going to... No, I know. Okay, I know. I'm going to show you how much I know about circuits and systems by making something with the modulo block. Now, in my defense, this isn't so much about circuits and systems as it is just maths. Sorry, not modular blocks. Sorry, Lady Malashan, modulo. This is a modulo block. Right, this is where this could be embarrassing. So this is a modulo block. And it works like the other logic blocks. It receives two inputs and gives an output. So here's input 1 is up here, input 2 is over here, and the output is down here. Let me move it so I can actually use it. Is there a better way that I could... There's probably a better way that I can do this, isn't there? Let's build a small reticle. Yeah. Let's plop you down here. Let's take cab. Where's the cab on here? Oh, where is the cab on here? There it is. Pop it on there. And let's take the modulo block, chuck it on here. So when the modulo block receives an input value, it divides one by the other and then outputs the remainder of that value. Oh, just restart for the Reiki research check. I could have just done that. You're right. Now, this is useful for reasons that I don't know, because I'm not clear. I will concede, Chip, you are probably right. I'm not clever enough to know why you would need a modulo block. Maybe Somnolence or someone with a better understanding of just circuitry in general or just logic in general might be able to give an example. But let me just show you it in action. So let's go to Reto Research. Let's go to accessory blocks. Let's do a input value here and an input value here and a value display here. So let's do 3. Let's do 10 divided by 2. No, let's do, hang on. Let's do 10 divided by 2. That works exactly. Whereas I know, here we go. So this, the output should equal 1. Oh, thank God. So 10 divided by 3, like we all know, doesn't work. So what it does is it's 10 divided by 2 with 1 remainder. What's someone saying? Sort of difficult to follow your instruction of not getting excited too early. Okay, good. I can make fancy lights, maybe a hyper compact battery displayer, dividing instead of subtracting. Nice. The 7-segment display uses a couple mod components, modular components for useful reasons. I like the 7-segment display. But yeah, so basically it takes 2 numbers, and if they don't divide equally, the modulo will output the remainder of that equation. So 10 divided by 3 is 2 remainder 1. 10 divided by 3 is 5 remainder 1. So outputs are 1. I think that's how it works. Again, it's not that I don't know how it works in the game. I just don't know maths. That's my main downfall. Chip saying Matt does not want script block. What would a script block do, Chip? Tell me how a script block works. John says maybe one day we'll get the golden ratio calculator. Oh, what's a golden ratio calculator? I'm going to Google that. Should I Google that? Am I okay to Google that? I'm doing it. Golden ratio calculator. A golden ratio calculator will calculate the length of the parts into which you need to divide a... Oh, I'm already lost. So there's the modulo block. I hope that's good. Tetros says script block will execute a console command. Now we're just getting into just game dev. Just make your own game in TerraTech. The next step to Doom in TerraTech would be a script block. When are those circuits and systems key binders coming into campaign? That's a good question, Errol. So these are still in R&D. My honest answer to that is I don't know. I don't know. It'll be maybe not the update after this, but the update after that. Yeah. So that's kind of what we're looking at. That's the time frame that we're looking at. Is there a PLC in the game? That would be really fun. Chiming bells. I don't know what a PLC is. So I'm just going to Google it and just say that if it's the first thing that comes up. Practical Law UK. So I Googled what PLC is, and Practical Law UK is the first hit. So will Practical Law UK be in TerraTech? I can pass the suggestion on. Who knows? Chip just says yes. What are those green blocks? Green blocks in the inventory? Sorry, Somnolence, I missed which green blocks you're referring to there. Do you mean these blocks? These are the logic toggle. The logic toggle, the logic latch, and the logic multiplexer. These are the blocks or were already in R&D, I believe. They've just had a bit of a facelift. They actually look like actual blocks now. Cool. John, next thing we need is just a sword. Like, straight up just a, just a sword. That would be fun, actually. Someone go make that. I'm sure a modder could just make a sword. Chiming bells. Programmable logic controller. You take inputs, you do stuff with it, and get outputs. But the output would have to be a circuits and system value. Chip says, can we get my car keys as a block? I mean, sure. It wouldn't do anything. It would just be a cosmetic block. I think you have all the parts for a PLC, but a standalone block would be nice. Programmable. Okay. PLC is a programmable logic controller. AJ says, GSO 1x1 blade. Yes. The 1x1 blade, which is just a little thing that just pokes out the front. Idea for cosmetics and OG TerraTech posters. Do you mean like the ones that are over my head right now? That'd be cool. What do you mean, mate? It would open my car. Oh yeah, that's fun. Oh, you guys are fun. I've missed you guys. I've missed everybody. I've missed this. Genuinely missed doing live streams. Right. Tetros, you mentioned earlier that I'd missed your sci-fi tech submission. I think I tried to load it, but it didn't work, so I had to skip over it, I'm afraid. Yeah, sorry about that. Is there any new Space Junker stuff? Oh, I showed this earlier, but I'm going to show it again because we've still got 15 minutes left of the stream. Yeah, SMO, new stuff. Woo! I'll need to do. Don't look. Nobody look at this. This is super secret stuff. Nobody should see this. Where is it? I lost it. I found it again. There it is. And then the hovers. So let's get rid of. Oops. Oh, I need more than one, don't I? Let's give myself. It's. No, I was going to say this text probably still loaded, but no, it's not. That can go. No, come back. You can go there. 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 Did I only load 3? I thought I loaded 4. How silly. Oh, back. Right, let's not do that. Let's do this. One more. Oh, catch it, catch it. Would you catch him, Daddy? Yeah, I got it. Ah! Oh my goodness, what is happening? There we go. There. These are you missed it early, Lady Malishan, but these are some new Space Junkers hovers and the Space Junkers VTOL, which only angles one way, which I find quite interesting. I did this last time, but let me angle it back up that way. So the VTOL is really fun. VTOL's really cool. So the VTOL will it acts as a booster, but will, as you can see, will angle from 0 degrees to 90 degrees as you press your pitch keys. So whatever you've got pitch set to on your control scheme, the thruster will pitch to that, and then obviously when you hit boost and then you start angling it, you'll get a bit of a boot. You'll get thrust in that direction. So it's not a hinge, AJ. It's not a hinge because you can't attach anything to this end of it. There's no attach points here, so you can't hinge stuff. Unfortunately, I know what you mean. That would be fun, but very, very not possible in TerraTech. Hope we get an adjustment thruster version. Ooh, maybe. John says, pardon my Britishness. We need bearings, though. I don't know if you keep present the scrap mechanic bearings, but why? Catapults. Do you mean just like ball, but like projectiles to throw at people? Is that what you mean? Right, and then let's just take a look at these wings, because I've not actually showcased these yet. God, I hate hovers. I hate them so much. They are just not just in the game, just in general, in life. Hovercraft, they're a stupid form of transport. Let's get the hovers off. Let's chuck some wings on. Is this the left or right wing? That is the right wing. So let's put it on the right hand side, obviously. Wait. That doesn't look right. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Let's put a bit of a thing in here. Yeah, beautiful. There you go. Space Junkers wings. Come on, fly! Why aren't you flying? Yeah. That's pretty much all the Space Junker stuff. That's everything that's going to come out in the next Unstable. I hope I've covered everything. I hope I've not missed anything. Let's cut back to this. That's everything in game. So there's 10 minutes left of the stream. What can we do for 10 minutes? Tetros says, so that's why you didn't. Secretly, yeah, that's why I didn't do it. By the way, actually, it's been 50 minutes of the stream. I'm mad at chat. Chat, I'm mad at you. It's 50 minutes of the stream and no one's even mentioned my brand new glasses. Can't believe it. I'm so upset. Did you showcase my traffic lights? Not yet. Not yet. AJ says Blockle. Do people actually want to do Blockle? I thought people were fed up with Blockle. I know I probably was. I can probably set something up. Should we do Blockle? All right, let's do Blockle. No, I haven't got the mods installed. Damn it! I knew I should have done that. All right, Chip saying no Blockle. All right, we won't do Blockle. So it's good. I've got mods to load and stuff. Chiming Bell says, "What's Blockle?" Blockle is the best thing to ever happen to TerraTech. Okay, people like Blockle. Fine. All right, we'll do a quick reload. I'll reload the game. We'll get Blockle running. Can you all talk amongst yourselves while I get this loaded? Because I need to focus on this. We hate Blockle. I don't hate Blockle. Make your mind up. Chip, that's literally you saying two very different things. Are they in my favourites? What have I done with them? Have I even favorited them? Browse. Your favourites. Are they there? Yeah, they are. Subscribe. I'm just going to Alt F4. I'm going to Alt F4 out the game. That's the quickest way out of TerraTech that I figured out. Why does everyone hate Blockle? What happened? I think it's because it's probably more the implementation of it. It's probably on me. I'm actually going to load it into not an unstable version of the game as well while I'm here because I don't want it to break. So let's just run a quick update. Oh, great. It's cool. Oh, it's loaded quite quickly. Blockle is like Hangman, but with more gambling and sadness. That's gonna be the tagline. Blockle is love and life. Gene, you're my favorite person in the world. That also might be the tagline. When we go pro. When we go pro, by that I mean when we make millions off it. By the way, when we make millions off Blockle, I'm including chat in this as well. Everyone that's in chat will also get a cut of the Blockle millions. Community call next week. So I still have some text. Probably yes. Like Chip, good question. So next week we will. Next week. Next week I'm on holiday again. Sorry. Next week we will. The week after though, I think I'm back, and then we can showcase some of the. We'll showcase the community core text that we missed on the last week. Yeah. Also, Matt, we should make a TerraPoint challenge. A video or PowerPoint saying why TerraTech is the best PvE sandbox open world. We don't need to make that. People just know that. Matt, how many holidays do you need? Yeah, that's a good point. Let's load Blockle. Actually, I need to do this again. How much? I need infinite holidays. that's to answer your actual question with an actual answer. I need infinite holidays. Right, let's get rid of that. We're not going to do that one. Let's go. Cool. I'm going to pick a block at random. So if anybody wants to play along, head over to the TerraTech Blockpedia on our website. Sorry, I'm just trying to find a. I'm not going to pick a block at random. I'm going to hand pick a block this time. Maybe that might make it a bit more interesting. Yes, this one. So, hopefully we can't see that. Good. Can you hear that? No one should be able to hear that either. No. Okay, fine. Right. Let me write down the specs for this. So, again, chat. Talk amongst yourselves for the next 5 minutes. Or maybe not that long, while I get the specs for this. So I need remember we're going to go with the name of the block. So I need to know the name, which is, oh God. We need to know the corporation, which for this one is this. We need to know the grade, which for this is that. We need to know the rarity, which is, what rarity is it? It is this one. We need to know the Kate Gory. I used to go to school with someone called Kate Gory. No, I didn't. Oh, that's a lie. I didn't. That was just a bad joke. And that Kate Gory is this. Beautiful. Right. I think that's all the information we need. So let's get into the game. So for those that aren't familiar with Blockle, welcome to Blockle, the revolutionary new game mode in TerraTech. If you've played Wordle, you'll know that you'll be familiar with the concept. But basically, you've got 5 guesses. Count them: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guesses to guess the mystery block that I have just picked. If you get I will tell you the corporation. I will tell you if you get the corporation, the grade, the rarity, or the category correct, and then you can use that information to inform your next guess. I hope that makes sense. So, let's go. So, who's going to get the first guess? I'm just going to go with the first guess that comes in chat, starting now. So, if anyone wants to make a guess in chat. It's AJ is the first one that I can see, which is the better future, all active. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on, mate. One second there, mate. Why did I go all Cockney? TerraTech game.com/Blockpedia. You might need to use the Blockpedia to help you with this. If you need it, I'm going to share it in chat. There it is in chat. So the first guess was by AJ. It's the better future. You didn't see nothing. It's the better future Geocorp Scrapper, which is a manufacturing block, right? The better future. No, wait, what? Wait, what? No, I'm getting mixed up. Sorry. Better future active all-axis gyro, which is an accessory, which is active, which is this one. So I can tell you that how did I do this before? So the corporation is incorrect. It is not a better future block. Whoops. Let's move on. Nobody saw that, right? Let's move on. The grade is a grade 1. It is not a grade 1 block. That is incorrect. The rarity is correct. You got the rarity correct. It is a rare block. I'm going to put this up here for now. No. It's a rare block. And the category, it is not an accessory. I hope that makes sense. So, first guess down. That is incorrect. That is an incorrect guess. Damn it. Right. So who wants the next guess? I wonder what the next guess might be. Anybody guess? Any guesses from anybody? Anybody want to make a guess? I can't see any guesses in chat at the minute. Chiming bells. I'm gonna go with chiming bells is guess, which is the Hawkeye Cyclops plasma laser. What is the status of the Space Junker Crusher wheels? I think they're okay. The blue friend. So it is the guess was the Hawkeye Cyclops plasma, which is this one. So let's reset these. It is not a Hawkeye block. It is a grade 2 block, so you got that correct. So we know that it's a grade 2. Get it? Grade 2. That helps. We know the rarity, so let's just say that, yes, that is that correct. And the category, it is not a weapon. It is not a weapon. So that's 2 lives that we've lost. So we know that it's a grade 2 rare block. We know those 2 variables. I'm going to reset this again. Oh no! Whoops! Sorry, wrong one. Let's reset that. Sorry, the lives should stay on, but they've gone off. We know that it's grade 2, and we know that it's rare. So, any other guesses? AJ is saying the Geocorp Anchored Mass SCU. AJ going with the guess there. Let's take a look. So it's the Geocorp. Wait, what? Geocorp Anchored Mass SCU. This one. Right. Here we go. Good shout. Good shout. Okay, so it's not grade 3, so I don't know how to navigate that. So I'm just going to say it is not Geocorp. That is incorrect. The category is correct, though. Somnolence, you're my hero. Thank you. I am wary of time. It's okay. We can go over a little bit. It's fine. I feel like you're right on it as well. Anyway, it's not that SCU. John, so I think we can navigate that down. So it's a grade 2 rare manufacturing block. I'm just going to chuck a manufacturing block on here just so we know what it is. So this was a manufacturing block. Can we go over by a bit? Not that much. Not that much, I'm afraid. Okay, fine. John has got it. It is the... I knew that was going to happen. It's the GSO SCU. You are right. I dragged it out longer than I needed to. I absolutely shot myself in the foot. I knew that, and I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't stop myself from doing it. If anyone noticed, when I dragged some of the blocks off here, the SCU sucked them up, which very much gave the game away. But that's Blockle, everybody. Well done. You did it this week with absolutely no help from anybody. Yay. God damn it. I'll get it right one week, and we will have fun, I promise. Good. Right. I'm going to end it there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. Really had fun today. I genuinely missed this. Yeah. Tune in 2 weeks' time when we'll revisit Community Core. We'll revisit what was on there, and maybe start the TerraTech Summer Games as well. Lovely. Have a great couple of weeks, everyone. Take it easy. Look after yourselves. Look after each other. And play TerraTech with caution. No, that got weird. Have a good one, guys. See you later.